So we officially have ourselves some NHL 25 gameplay, and I want to give a big shout out to EA for giving me early access to this footage. If you want to watch the entire trailer, the link's down below. So we'll go ahead and watch the trailer here, and once we get to some of the newer features, that's when I'll do some in-depth discussion.
EA Sports NHL 25 gameplay deep dive. Today, we're going to take a look at Ice Cube.
Alright, this is the first thing I have to stop at, Ice Cube. I didn't mention this in the reveal trailer, and I want to say it now. That is quite the name.
Chell's new logic-driven gameplay system and its suite of features, including the next evolution of Chell's skating system in next-gen vision control, empowered AI's complete overhaul of our AI player system, and the new set of reactive action animations. Plus, the dynamic and deadly new skill-based one-timers.
I'm going to say this right now, my prediction, this is going to be way too overpowered. I just feel like this skill-based one-timers is going to be absolutely broken. That's my prediction right now. We're going to see how things go, but yeah, this is my biggest concern heading into NHL 25.
The game of hockey is evolving. Players are getting better, smarter, and more technical than ever before, which is why we turn to them and our cover stars, the Hughes brothers, as inspiration for our latest gameplay innovation, Ice Cube.
Alright, so I just want to say this right now. If anything goes wrong in NHL 25, it's the Hughes brothers' fault. We're blaming them.
Next-gen vision control is an evolution of Chell's skating system.
Also, we have to talk about this, the new scoreboard. Thank you, EA, for not running back the same scoreboard for, I think it would be 4 years in a row now, maybe even 5. We finally got a new scoreboard. It's nothing special, but it's a massive upgrade from what we had last season and the year before and the year before and the year before. We finally have something fresh here, and I actually don't mind this. It's small, it's concise, we see shots on goal. I like it.
It allows you to create more time and space on the ice by providing fresh abilities, improvements, and a user-initiated skating mode that ups the responsiveness, explosiveness, and expression on the ice for human and AI players alike. Now, walk the blue line to help create space.
So this, I'm loving. I'm loving the fact that we can walk the blue line now. This is just so nice. And the one thing I'd have to mention, the skating looks a lot smoother than NHL 24. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it is looking way smoother than NHL 24. Just the fact that we're able to do a little move like this makes a world of a difference.
Square up to the puck carrier, thread the needle through an opponent's defense, and stay locked on goal for better shot opportunity.
Now this is the big concern I have right now. Look how fast this is from Wyatt Johnston. 97.9 miles per hour. That looked like about 180. The second it hit his stick, that was already in the back of the net. So based on what I'm looking at right now, I think this skill-based one-timers is going to be a bit OP. Then again, the goaltender's absolutely gassed here. The full pressure meter is almost maxed out, so maybe that's why the goaltender is taking so long to get across. But if it's like this for the entirety of NHL 25, we could be in a bit of trouble. Now this is another thing I'm a bit nervous about. I like the fact that we can stay square to the net. That is great. However, this wraparound right here leads to way too many cheesy goals. Goes top left every single time. The goaltender goes way too far out. The goaltender is going to end up out of position every single time. So unless they find a way to adapt to that, we could be in a lot of trouble. You're going to see a lot of players doing wraparounds like this. The goaltender is going to slide too far over, and that's going to give you top left every single time, or top right, depending on which way you go around the net. Like, it's much nicer that the player is staying square to the net the entire way around, but the problem starts with the goaltender, is they're going to slide too far over, and that's going to give you a wide open shot every single time. So I am a bit concerned about that, but the fact that you can stay square to the net the entire time, that's a massive upgrade.
This opens up the player's body, creating the ability to skate.
Like the fact that we can have the body facing the net the entire way down the ice, that's a nice little addition.
If you are not in possession of the puck, on the offensive side, the player will target the puck when next-gen vision control is active. This allows for more accurate pass pickups and blends nicely with the new skill-based one-timers. Defensively, next-gen vision control gives you more control to face up to the puck at all times, helping you keep better gaps and spacing in the zone. This allows for more predictable and responsive positioning, creating opportunities.
Also, I just want to point out how nice Brent Burns looks here. With the new face scans and everything and the new scanning technology, it's actually going to be nice seeing players' face scans look this good. Like Brent Burns, that is a clean picture of him. Yeah, so shout out to Sapient Technology, that's going to be nice.
Next Gen Vision Control ultimately gives you more.
Also, this right here from Cole Caulfield, just being able to stay in front of the defenseman and just be locked in on him the entire way. This is going to be great for defense. You're going to be able to lock yourself in on the puck carrier, and you don't have to worry about your player drifting away. He's going to be focused right on this guy with the puck.
Next Gen Vision Control ultimately gives you more control on both sides of the puck and provides a more fluid skating experience that both looks and feels incredibly authentic. Empowered AI is a complete overhaul of our AI player system, heightening CPU skaters' awareness of other players and positioning on the ice, giving them more fluid.
I like that. As long as the AI just has better logic, that's always going to upgrade the
On top of
game.
that, all of Chell's in-zone strategies have been rebuilt from the ground up to allow skaters to better utilize open space.
Now, this might be the most realistic thing I've seen so far. The St. Louis Blues in the offensive zone not taking shots. Yep, we're just passing the puck around. This is St. Louis Blues hockey right here. So I will say they nailed it when it comes to this. St. Louis just passing the puck around and then not shooting. I'm very used to that.
And how players establish zone possession. The AI players now
This is also something else I really like. When the player enters the zone, they don't hug the post or hug the far side. They actually fill in correctly. So we're going to see Velarde skating up the ice here, and he's going to go right into the middle because we already have a player going towards the net. This is going to be very nice. We don't need 9 million people crashing the net. We need players in the right spots. So that's a nice upgrade for the AI.
each time you enter the zone.
So the one thing I noticed with NHL 25, you're going to see Tyler Seguin skating up the right side here. Sometimes your defenseman in the middle, being Colton Parayko, will shift over way too far. So when this pass comes to Miro Heiskanen, Robert Thomas, who's on the far left side, he's not going to be able to get over in time, and then it's a bit of a 2-on-1. Colton Parayko is going to stay right in the middle, so you're going to have a good 3-on-3 here. Everyone's in a great spot. Dallas is still going to score on this shot right here, but it's the fact that you have everyone in the right spots. Every single player is guarding one man, and you're not pinching over too far and allowing like 2-on-1s or 3-on-1s.
To the zone. New to NHL 25, reactive actions like collision avoidance animations allow players to swim past one another and
Collision avoidance is going to be so nice. There's been countless times in NHL 24 where I just have players run into each other and then they get stuck. If players aren't getting stuck, it's just going to open up the ice way more.
tangled up with each other. Plus, all new panic turns let players quickly change direction and use their stick to take away space if they are beaten on the ice.
Okay, now I think this is actually a very good feature. However, I am concerned about one thing. So with Lindell overskating here, he's going to be out of position, but he's going to be able to get back because of the reactive action. However, the thing I want to know is how aggressive is this reactive action? Like if I overskate by a little bit, am I going to get stuck into this animation right here? If I overskate the defenseman, can I just easily turn around and get back into the play? Or am I always going to get stuck into an animation like this? If the animation kicks in every single time, it could be a bit tough. It will get really repetitive, and then players are going to be in the wrong spot a lot.
Together, all of this means that our on-ice players are now more aware of what is happening during play, creating a new level of authentic intelligence and improving the moment-to-moment flow of gameplay. Thanks to IceQ opening up more offensive opportunities, the new skill-based one-timers really shine.
This is what I'm nervous about. Skill-based one-timers. I need to know how aggressive these shots are. If these are absolute rockets going 150 miles per hour, then every single goal scored in NHL 25 is going to be a slap shot.
A new in-game visual indicator.
That is ridiculous. Like, I get Drew Doughty, you know what? He's getting a great feed here. The LA Kings have put on a lot of pressure. They have 6 shots already, scored 3 goals in the first period, but look how fast this is. Yes, there's a screen in front of the net. John Gibson probably can't see this shot, but man, is that fast. Like, he's in a decent enough position here. He's going to shift over to his right, but look at that rocket from Drew Doughty. Yeah, that's going to be a bit overpowered.
When passing to a teammate, you'll need to input the shot control as the puck arrives. The timing window to nail a skill-based one-timer is dynamic and takes into account how fast the puck is traveling, as well as the shooter's abilities like the 1T X Factor. If timed correctly, you'll unleash the skill-based one-timer, which is more powerful and accurate.
Like, that's my big concern. It's not the fact that one-timer is going to be super overpowered. It's just going to be 2-on-1s. If you're going to be setting somebody up for a one-timer, it's game over. If they have that 1T X Factor, they're going to score on almost every single shot. I do like the fact that it's dynamic, so it's not guaranteed every single time, but I feel like it's not going to take too long before people completely master it, and then it's going to be one-time goals for every single shot.
If your timing is off, the shot's accuracy drops, raising the stakes and making the action all the more exciting.
So I guess that's the way they're going to balance it out. If you don't time it right, it's not going to be accurate, not going to have nearly as much power. The big issue is going to be if you have perfect accuracy and perfect timing on every single one-timer, how is the goaltender ever going to stop that? It's going to max out the full pressure bar so fast, and once that's maxed out, there's no way the goaltender's making a save.
Thank you for watching the NHL 25 Gameplay Deep Dive. We're excited to see
So that's what gameplay is looking like for NHL 25. Given everything, this is a step up from NHL 24, no question about it. So vision control is seeing a massive upgrade here. The fact that we can walk the blue line is going to be very nice. Players staying square to the net all the time when attacking, that's also going to be nice. Like compared to NHL 24, you can clearly see the players not square to the net. With NHL 25, you're going to be square to the net. That's going to give you more offensive opportunities, and it's going to allow the play to expand a lot more than before. But not only is it helping the offensive end, it's helping the defensive end. Players are now going to be square to the puck carrier, and that's going to be helping a lot. Slafkovsky bringing the puck to the offensive zone is a great showing of next-gen vision control. Look how he's just squared to the net the entire time and looking for a pass here. Normally, if you were to skate along the left side here, you'd be looking directly at the boards. That's not going to be the case with Slafkovsky. He's looking to make a play here, whether that's dropping it back to that defense, throwing that towards the front of the net, or even taking a shot from a tough angle. He's looking to make a move here. So AI is just getting a massive overall all-around when it comes to offense, when it comes to defense. Players are actually going to be skating into spots where they have an opportunity to score. This Edmonton power play is a perfect example. Leon Draisaitl is going to get the feed here, put into the back of the net, but it's the way this play develops. Players are skating into spots where they're going to have the opportunity to score, and they're not just sitting in spots where they're not going to be doing anything. So based on what I'm seeing, I do think NHL 25's gameplay is going to be better than NHL 24. However, I'm still a bit concerned about the one-timers. I feel like this is going to be way too overpowered. As long as it's balanced, then it's actually a good feature. However, it has to be balanced. We can't be having some overpowered slap shots scoring on every single attempt. It'll become a slap shot simulator so fast it'll be ridiculous. But as long as everything's balanced, then we'll be alright. So that's our NHL 25 gameplay deep dive. Was it a W? Was it an L? Honestly, I'm going to say it was a W. They made massive strides from NHL 24 to NHL 25, and as long as the game feels different, that's a big thing. I do think NHL 25 has potential to be a good NHL game, but I can't make a fair assessment until I actually play the game for myself. The gameplay looks good, but how does the gameplay actually feel? That's a completely different story.